ladies, I'm Julia Keller, I'm a love coach, and I'm here to interview
Ruth Carter, the Liberty Coach.
And that's a really interesting name, Ruth. Can you tell me more? What does that mean, the Liberty Coach?
Well, I was doing Turning Pro and it was all about branding, and I've been coaching for several years now, and I wanted to kind of captivate what I do within a title. And so the Liberty Coach came to me because it's about helping those who feel stuck, stagnant, and feel that they haven't got their liberty to actually find that within themselves. So that's how that came about.
I love it. And actually Ruth said something. This is how we met. So Ruth and I met on this program called Turning Pro. Turning Pro is mainly for NLP practitioners, wasn't it?
Yeah.
People who use NLP on a regular basis in their coaching. Not everybody in the program was, somebody who practiced NLP, but right now that's really who it really worked really well with.
Yeah.
So those of us who use NLP regularly in our practice were there to try to take our business from where it was, amateur, let's say, to pro level. And
right.
Ruth and I were two of the people on it, and we really clicked. And it was really interesting because we do things that are sort of similar but different at the same time. But both of us were in the coaching field.
Yes, absolutely.
So I want to know more about what you do, Ruth.
Well, I specialise in working with young people, children, adolescents, teachers and parents. And the reason why I've chosen to work in that field is because, one, that was where my struggles actually started in my life, in my childhood. That's where the stagnation came into my life, was when I was a child. And so now that I've gone through self-development, improving myself, I recognise those were the most fundamental stages in my life. And if I could do anything, I would love to help those people in that sector. And so that's where my career path has taken me.
Okay, so you work with young people directly, and you work with their parents and teachers to help the parents and teachers cope with issues that young people might be going through.
Yeah, or even with improving structures within the school system that works for children as well.
Okay.
And empowering parents to be really good parents to their children who may be going through different challenges. I just felt that you can't hit one without hitting the other.
Yeah.
And it's about working in combination with those sectors of people, and that's what I've chosen to do.
Fantastic. And as a parent myself, I totally get how that can sometimes be a struggle when, especially as young people grow up and they go through these different phases, if we're not completely in tune with what's going on with their phases, we kind of can get a bit, sometimes can feel like, oh my god, what do I do in this case?
Yeah, absolutely. It's like with parenting, for example, we're not given a manual. We don't have the skills. We just give birth to a beautiful newborn baby, and it's a case of, what do I do with this young person? How do I grow them up? How do I take care of their health needs, mental health, well-being, as well as put them through education, help and support them, and groom them up to be really sensible adults within life? That's a big task for parenting. Yeah. And then within those stages, these young people go to school. And so you have to have some form of cooperation, working with the teachers instead of resisting it. And it's able to have better communication like NLP does, because you'd be amazed about how many parents feel so intimidated to talk to teachers, where I feel they have the authority, so I feel they should be empowered. So, like, I'm running a parenting group now for primary school. Wow! It is amazing because, we live in a blended community, so we've got different ethnic cultures, spiritual roots, and we are able to learn from each other. And this is done as a group setting at the school. So it's about really having better communication and learning from each other, because sometimes we want to feel like everything's wrong, but that's not the case. There are some really good elements within what we do, and we can take that on. And there's some things that we may have seen that our parents did that we don't really like so much. And you don't have to take that on board if it doesn't work for you. So it's all about finding what works for you.
Okay, so is this something you regularly do, parenting groups?
Yeah, I do parenting groups with primary schools. I do facilitation of well-being courses within school structures. So I have the opportunity to work with 32 children within a school and basically take them on a coaching journey. Wow! So, and it's excellent because I do lunchtime drop-ins. I'll do coaching sessions with children and work with the Senko teachers, and they send me the naughty kids. which is cool. So if someone's being bullied and the bully, put them in the same room with me and we'll have a conversation and find out what's going on. Because what I actually found was the person that was doing the bullying was actually the one that was worse off. And so when you start to explore some of the things of why they're behaving in that way, it really opens up another conversation, so that those that are being bullied can actually be empowered to say, actually, there's nothing wrong with you at all. I always found that the person that is doing the bullying had much far issues than the person that's being bullied. And having that having that conversation with young people actually can help empower both parties.
Right. So how do you get your clients now? Do you go to the schools directly?
Yes, I go to the schools directly. We've done all the email marketing and things like that. So that is basically how work is generated. Having a conversation, connecting and building a relationship with children and the teachers to find out what is needed. Now, we know figures from statistics, suicidal rates are going up for young people, self-harming is a big topic, mental health and well-being for young people. These are conversations that are now at the forefront, even within policies, and what can we do? I have just decided to put myself in that niche so that I can help using the NLP skills that we have and develop to help set other people free.
That sounds amazing. So how can someone contact you?
Well, you can reach me at www.thelibertycoach.com, or you can also get in touch with me at ruth@heretolisten.org.uk, which is a charity that I've partnered with to actually bring out the programs that I do.
Love it. You've come so far since turning pro. It sounds amazing.
I know, it is amazing. And the reason why I decided to do Turning Pro is because I wanted to do things differently. I was in a stage of life where I was happy with how things were going, but then I quickly realised that there was a need to move on, to move forward, so that I could actually have the opportunity to help other people.
Amazing. And so what else, where can people go and see you?
Oh, well,
you've been speaking in lots of places as well.
We've done, the next speaking event I have is on the 6th of July, but that is to 500 teaching staff at Bedford College.
Wow.
But I will be putting on teachers' retreats as well, up and coming, because I felt that, one of the things that is discussed a lot is about behaviour management. You have to be in the schools these days to understand, and sometimes managing behaviour in the classroom can be a challenge, but my thing is, it's the way how you perceive it. Now, I love the work I do, so I'm always flowing that good energy.
Right.
And what I find, with modelling, the children start to flow that way. I don't kind of match that negativity, because I feel that if I'm respectful to them, their standards will raise up. And sometimes teachers ask me, Ruth, how do you do it? They're the worst, not in my eyes, they're not, because I can see the potential in each and every young person.
I'm sure they appreciate being seen as well.
And listened to, which is really important. You'd be amazed the amount of young people that feel that they're not listened to. And so as a coach, that is a major part of my life, not of my life, but of my work, is to listen, hear the pattern, the language that they're speaking, and use that to turn it around.
That's brilliant. So any tips that you can leave us with?
Well, one of the best tips,
this is a great one.
I would say, is really go deep within yourself. Find out who you are. Like, start off with the things that you love about yourself and the things that you actually love doing. Because from that place of love, you will realise that you'll see the emotions turn in a certain direction. Just the same with the things that you hate and that you disgusted with. If we can learn to start looking inwardly, I believe that our intuition, what we would call our gut instinct, will lead us into the directions of what we really want. Don't be afraid of yourself. Have confidence in who you are, and this is generated from that pure, sincere love. And so my tip for you is first of all, develop that consciousness of love deep within your heart.
Sounds like a great tip for teenagers and for parents.
Oh yeah, because
everybody.
These are the same people